In this video I'm going to be sharing with you a warm-up I've been doing, a warm-up exercise for single note playing that I found really helpful, and I think it's kind of an interesting idea, so I thought I'd share it. For you to get the most out of this exercise, it's important for you to already know what an interval is and how to play each interval across the fretboard, especially in one position. And if you've already learned a lot of scales and arpeggios, pentatonic scales and major scales and all that stuff, and you've been improvising with that material, then you might be familiar with a lot of the challenges that come up in the right hand and the left hand when you're trying to play all that stuff cleanly and quickly, and especially when you're trying to improvise with all of that material. So it's because of those challenges that I've made this little exercise for myself. So here it is. We're going to be stacking chromatic intervals. So that might sound a little fancier than it really is. It just means, we'll start with the smallest chromatic interval, a half step. So I'm going to play this A flat here. It's a little quiet. That's okay. Turn it up. I'm going to play A flat. Then a half step higher than that is A. Half step higher than that is B flat, then B, C, D flat, and I'm going to do this in half steps all the way up to the last string, but staying pretty much in one position. Then I'm going to do it with whole steps. Then I'm going to do it with minor thirds, major thirds, etc. until I've reached the biggest interval I can get. And keep in mind these are stacked intervals. So when I say that, I mean that I'm going to do a fifth, and then I've just got another fifth on top of that note. Another fifth from there, etc. So I'm going to do this first with alternate picking. So half steps. I'm going to try to do it kind of slow too, because this isn't like a speed exercise or anything. I'm just trying to warm up and get comfortable. So half steps. This is all alternate picking. When I'm on my own, I then do it again, but starting with an upstroke. I think that's good to do to keep your picking versatile, to start with a down and an up. But just to save time for this video, I'm just going to be starting with a downstroke. So here's whole steps. Messed one of them up. That's okay. Minor thirds. Major thirds. Perfect fourth. Note the fingering I'm going to use here. I'm rolling with my index finger as opposed to trying to use, different fingers on the same fret. I think it's a very useful thing to get the hang of for playing fourths. Now we have a sharp 4, fifth, minor 6, major 6, note the fingering again, minor 7th, major 7th, octave, flat 9. Now remember, this is a flat 9 from here to here, and a flat 9 from here to here, stacking the same interval. Ninths. Whoops. Now if the remaining intervals, you can't really stack them in one position. Got a flat 10th, then we'd wind up here. So I just have this other little thing I'll do. I'll go through all of them. Flat 10th, 10th, 11th, sharp 11th, etc. And you'll see what I mean. Then I'll do the exact same thing with the reversed picking, with the opposite strokes of what I just did. Then I do the exact same thing, the same left-hand fingerings, but instead of alternate picking everything, I'm going to use a combination of hammer-ons, pull-offs, and sort of consecutive downstrokes or consecutive upstrokes, like sweep picking, but not exactly what you might normally associate with sweep picking. If you just watch, I think you'll get what's going on. So I'm just picking each string once. hard to get these loud. Whole steps. Minor thirds. And anytime I'm going to a next string, I'm going to go down and down again, down, 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 until I get to the very end, then I'm going to go up, you know, returning back to the low string. Major thirds. Now the picking will be really apparent. Whoops. So this is down, hammer on, down, 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 hammer on, down, up, pull off, up, 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 pull off. Fourths. Sharp 4. Fifth. Minor 6. Major 6. Minor 7. Major 7. Octave. Flat 9 and 9. Now on my own I'd spend a longer amount of time on each interval, but I'm just trying to show you what it is. Then a different challenge for the remaining intervals, all downstrokes. Then all upstrokes. That's hard. I messed it up. It's a great challenge. I'm still working on getting it perfect. And that's it. That's the whole exercise. Now, I feel that by going through all the intervals with a few different types of articulation, I'm really preparing myself for any melodic situation that might come up. I'm not locking myself into one scale or a scale pattern or a finger pattern. I'm really prepared for, or I'm trying to be prepared for any musical situation, you know, fourths, fifths, scales, arpeggios, just to be, you know, to get my hands versatile enough to be able to do it. And that's it. If you have any questions or comments, please email me. And thanks for watching.